Hi guys, Mr. and Mrs. Flashback here with the weekend sales. It's the first weekend after New Year's, so we are starting the year off pretty dang good, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, last week was really good for us. We had 22 sales on Friday, and then we ended up with like 40 something for the weekend, I think, or I forgot what it was, 49 or something like that, 48,
45,
6.
46.
Yeah, so pretty good. I don't know what today was, but if you're new, this is my wife Linda. I'm Cameron. We're going to go over what sold in our online business. We buy stuff on Mercari, or we sell stuff on Mercari, eBay, Poshmark, Facebook, wherever we can try to sell it, make some money. We usually pick these items up at garage sales, thrift stores, estate sales, places like that. So first, we'll go over the numbers, the totals, how we did, how many items, and what we sold it for. Then we'll show you the items. If you make it to the end, we'll show you a breakdown of profit per platform. So let's get into it.
Or maybe a little something extra.
You never know. First item, or first the numbers.
First up, so we had 56 sales across 2 platforms, guys, and that came to a whopping total of $19.85.
Pretty good. A little bit less than last week, but very happy with it, and not too bad of a packing day. Let's get into it.
Yeah, you would think for the number we might get a higher sales, but it's a lot of stuff. Big as a minute.
A lot of easy packing.
Yeah, it is. Honestly.
First item.
First up, we got for a Poshmark, we've got this Nintendo 64. It comes with a console, controller, and cords, and Madden 98. Just a cheap game that we throw in there to sweeten the deal a little bit. Yep. And that sold for $95 plus shipping on Poshmark.
I think it's 5 pounds on Mercari, so if it goes over, we might get hit with like a $4 charge or something. So it's like,
it was 4.
Well, no, depending on how much weight it is, depending on how much it is, how much over it is. But anyways, we did sell that on Mercari. I don't list a lot of video game stuff, but we have sold a couple systems there, and it's been sitting on eBay for over a month or something and no buy, so I'm happy to see it go. Next item sold on Posh as well.
Poshmark is trying to get back in our good graces, so we got 2 sales on Poshmark this weekend. This is an Old Navy jacket, men's medium. It's kind of like the military style bomber jacket, green, gray, corduroy look to it, and canvas, sorry, and that sold for $30 plus shipping.
Okay, pretty good. That was $2, I think. And now we'll go to eBay. There's no more Posh.
Get ready. If you need to pause the video and go potty, do it.
We're going to be here a minute.
Ready, set, go. First up, we got this vintage Andis Master hair clipper. It's tested. It works. Sold for $45 shipped.
Definitely an old vintage one.
Do good on those ones.
That was a $5 one. The big, heavier vintage ones sell a little better. Or if you get like a professional one.
Then we've got the Prime of Miss Jean on DVDs. Picked that up at Goodwill. Sold for $16 shipped.
Nice.
Next up, my family and I went to an Ontario Reign game. It's they feed to the Los Angeles Kings.
Yeah, they're the
affiliate. And so we got bobbleheads that day. That was the giveaway. And this bobblehead sold for $9 and some change.
Not a whole lot. That listing's been up when Lynn and I first got married. One of the oldest items in our store. We sold one a long time ago, I think for like 15 or something. Yeah,
because that's on the picture is actually on our first dining table.
Yeah. So and we just got an offer on something that we probably won't take. Anyways, next
up, we got a Bose Sound Dock 10 remote. Sold for $23.50 shipped.
Very easy. Bose is a brand that always sells pretty well.
Then we've got Brain Salad Surgery CD. It's a weird one.
Yeah.
And that sold for almost $10 shipped. Next up, we have 3 small gold metal buttons, gold tone buttons for the fire department, and those sold for $8.50 shipped.
This came in that big button buy and crafts we got. We sold one set for like $50 or $60, and we got just 10.
They had the star on them.
Yeah, I have a bunch of little different ones that I've been selling, so it's been very good.
Next up, we have a Shark Navigator liftaway. We've got the vacuum cord holder, sold for $7.50 shipped.
These are good items, guys. They don't sell for a ton, but if you're partnering the vacuum, take a screw, unscrew these little guys. They'll usually sell because someone rips it off with the cord or something, so good.
It's under here. Next up, off a Sega Dreamcast, we got Sonic Adventure 2. This is one to look out for. This sold for $83 and some change.
And it doesn't even have the lid.
Doesn't even have the case.
The top of the case. Yeah. And the manual is just this.
There you go. Next up, we've got a slice and shred blade for a Black & Decker. Sold for $14 and some change.
Easy money.
Then one of our fixed front sights Cameron picked up at the bin store we've been going to. It's over there somewhere. There you go. We got a multi-quantity listing of these, and they sell for $19 shipped.
We picked these up for $2 a piece. This has been the best of all the things we bought multi-quantity. This is the best. Well, the ink did really well too, but we sold 4 or 5 of these, and we have more left.
Then we've got Derek Sherinian, Black Utopia, sealed, sold for $22.50 shipped.
That's
it's
a good
CD.
one there. I think this one was that from. Oh, I don't know where I got this from. Very happy.
Next up, we got a 70s vintage Western Electric Touch-O-Matic desk phone. So this is like the vintagey, like Panasonic ones where it's got the multi-line. This is kind of like that.
So it's Touch-O-Matic
awesome.
there. We sold a big Touch-O-Matic one that was a big like multi-channel one. We sold that for 200 and something bucks. Same thrift store got this, I think, for $9 or $8.
Sold for $100 shipped.
Best off for $100. Very happy with that. Very happy with that.
Next up, we got a Keurig coffee maker water level guide. Cameron lost it. Little gray piece. There it is.
Da-da.
And that sold for $8 shipped. Then we got a Rock Band PS3 dongle receiver, sold for $40 shipped.
If you want and you don't want to sell guitars, or if you find guitars with a dongle, a lot of these dongles are worth great money by themselves.
Just grab the dongle.
You know, or if you get the whole thing, you could just sell this. I mean, if you really wanted to. I would encourage you to sell them both. Why not? Test it out. It's not that hard to test it out if you have a system, but you maybe be able to test them on the PC. I don't know if it would work, but either way, these pieces are great. Some of them go for $60 by themselves.
Next up, we got Ghost Stories, Paranormal Insight on top. They're in order according to how they sell. Yep, that's how Linda does it. Sold for $10 shipped.
She's the best Linda I ever knew.
Next up, at a $500 video game buy, we've got Mortal Kombat 4 for N64 with the manual. Sold for $43 shipped.
That's another good one.
Then out of our DVD 200 buy, we've got the Stratton Story, sold for $15 shipped, going global shipping program.
$30 or $28 for this or something.
That's crazy.
But yeah.
Download it, man. Next up, we've got
no, don't do this. It's illegal.
We got a Canon Sure Shot. This one's for parts to repair because it don't work, and it sold for $30 shipped.
I think it was still No, this is the one I got from the thrift store. I think I spent $10 on this. It was in a bag with some other stuff. Nothing else was good, but I still paid $10 and it sold for $30 because it didn't work. So in that case, I was happy. We're still making money. It should still go first class. And if it would have worked, it would have been like a $70 camera.
There you go. Something to look out for.
Linda's favorite thing.
I hate this.
I love when I get these because, first of all, one of the guys I watch sells a lot of these.
Philly Flipper?
Philly Flipper.
I was thinking just the same thing. Philly Flipper has like a full-on collection
He sells Christmas like nobody's business, but Linda hates packing them. She's packed them once, I think, before.
They suck.
But
I just know they're going to break.
But they were $1 a piece. They're cool. They are cool, but $1 a piece on these ones, and they sold for?
They sold for $32 shipped.
So even if it costs $14 shipped, we'll still make plenty of money there. You just got to be careful. I think the last ones you had none broke, though.
No, yeah. But still.
That's good.
That's funny. I was thinking Philly Flipper too as soon as I was thinking that.
Because he sells a lot of those.
He does. Whenever you see in his videos, he's got that stack of them.
Yeah, we have a stack actually right there. I bought all those the same day, so those are all.
There you go.
They're $1 a piece. I'm not going to spend a lot on them because there is some risk there, but for $1, worth it.
Next up, we got a Spider-Man for PS4. Sold for $13 shipped in a blue case. It's underneath Rock Band.
Yeah, there it is. It's a disc only, but I'm not going to ship it in this. This case is trash, but this is the case it came in. But
I don't know. They only paid $13 shipped. They might just get that case.
Okay, next.
Next up, we've got a vintage LA Dodgers 25th anniversary snapback. This one sold for $21 shipped.
Did they win in '84? I don't remember what year they won the World Series. '84, I think, something like that. I mean, they were near them, but I'm not like a super Dodger fan or anything. But
yeah. Then from R&R, also we got this vintage Casio computer, math calculator, and case. It's the CM100.
You look at this, guys, and you're thinking, this isn't a graphing calculator. This is not a Texas Instruments graph. No, it's a Casio high-powered solar calculator. Wasn't sure. I was like, oh, I'll look it up. I always look up calculators. You just never know. This one sold for?
$50 shipped.
And the thing was, their solds were 40, 45, 50, and there were none listed, I think. 40, 45, 35, things like that. And I'm like, you know what? I'll put 50 since they're listed, and it sold overnight. I should have listed it for 60. I'm an idiot. I knew better. I'm like, this is going to sell overnight because there's none listed, and sure enough it did. But lesson to you guys, look up some of these Casio calculators. Some of them have some value, and you might overlook them thinking they're not that special, but $50.
You don't always have to look for Texas Instruments.
Doesn't have to be a graphing, TI-84 Plus, because that sells for almost the same. So.
Yep, there you go. Next up, here's a Linda one from our bin store. Did you lose it already? This is a replacement remote. It's just a universal one.
Well, it's not universal. It's like aftermarket. It would be.
Aftermarket is what I meant.
Universal, I mean, no fit all. This is an aftermarket for a Panasonic. Yeah. It doesn't say it, but it's a Panasonic based on the remote number.
And that sold for $9 and some change.
So this is at the bin store. This is obviously probably some Amazoner was selling this as a replacement one first, and it was returned. Linda's like, oh, well, she looked up the number and it does sell. So I listed it as a replacement. I didn't list it as official Panasonic, anything like that. And it still sold for $9. For $1, we're okay with that on a remote. Should be easy packing.
Yeah. I would have liked to have paid less, obviously, but I was like, hey, it'll sell.
We'll probably make $3 or $4 in it. It was an easy listing. And it's more about, her finding some stuff that she could sell.
Next up, we got the Beach Boys Christmas. Sold for $5.59 shipped.
This would probably be the worst sale of the day.
Yeah, the weekend, you mean?
The weekend, yeah.
Next up, I don't know. This might be the worst sale because of what it's going to cost us to ship it.
It's not going to cost. This is better. We'll make money on this deal. We won't make money on it. We probably
so this is a Dynalite Uni 400 Junior. It's for like photo stuff, I guess.
Everyone knows what these are. Everyone's probably
in
using
case you didn't know. Comes with the little cap and everything. It looks like those stage lights.
Yeah.
And that sold for $50 on our best offer, and it is going global shipping program.
So we had like 4 of those or something, and we sold them over the years for like 150, just anywhere random prices. This is the last one left.
Well, because when we moved, they were all over the random place.
Yeah, and this is the last one to sell. Super happy to see it go. The guy offered 50, goes, it's for parts. It's gonna be hard to fix it. I have to get a bulb for it and everything. I said, whatever, $50, go for it.
Just take it.
Get it out of here. Next
up, we got Rock Band 3 for Xbox 360. So for $45 shipped.
This is a game you would sleep on. Just like that calculator, this is something, a lot of Rock Band games.
Yeah,
some
like,
Guitar Hero ones have some
Band.
value, but Rock Band 3, this sold overnight again, or within a day, for $45. Rock Band 3, look out for that, guys.
Next up, we got
these are cool too.
This person purchased 2 items. These are vintage Matchbox racing car transporters. So we have the green.
Oh, start with this.
Oh, start with that one. Okay. This is the Lesney Major, the pack number 8 Guy Warrior car transporter. Yeah. It's pretty cool. I'm glad Zane didn't see it because he would have stolen it.
No, he did see it, but I would take it from him.
Oh, poor Zane. So it's pretty cool. It carries other cars, which is awesome. It's adorable.
And yeah, that one we sold 2, and then this
is
cool, but he's missing the wheel.
Lesney K5 racing car transporter carrier truck for the Super Kings. It says on there, so I think it holds 1 car, right?
Yeah, I can't get it open, but anyways, it's missing the tires, like I said. Yeah. These are vintage ones for sure, and these sold for.
The pair sold for $60 shipped.
$20 on this one. I have this one at $25, that one at $47. The guy said, would you do $60 if I bought them both? I'd love to have them for my collection. I'm like, you know what? They were just listed, but $60 for both. And this one had a tire issue, so I wasn't even sure if I was going to get $25 anyways. I took it. That $47 one probably would have sold for close to that, or on sale for really close to that, because that's what the prices were. But one buyer getting them out of here within 1 day. Very happy.
Next up, we got a Toshiba remote. Sold for $9.50 shipped. Got too much stuff on our little table. Then this sold once before and it came back.
It came back because he said he ordered the wrong model. I don't think he ever opened it, because I think this is the way you pack it.
Yeah, this is my nice
So he said I never opened it. I just ordered the wrong one. I'm sorry, I have to return it. So I never unwrapped it, but this sold for?
That's the Konica Minolta Dimage Scan Dual 4 Scanner AF3200.
Yep.
In case you were wondering. Sold for $60 shipped.
So that's good.
I think are we still going to be in the profit on it?
Probably we'll make a little bit, maybe.
Okay.
But not much.
So yeah, it's
selling
a heavy
again
item,
gets us out of our what we lost in the free return. But it happens, guys. We have returns, but then I'm looking at my spreadsheet and I'm putting numbers, and I'm seeing how many items have gone through without issue. Yeah, there's these ones that come up when they come up. They're super frustrating. You're like, why, dude? Why didn't you just pay attention? Or I mean, you get dumb returns sometimes, let's be honest. You know, some of them are legit, you made a mistake or whatever. Some of them are just people being dumb, or they didn't read, or I thought this might fit, or, oh, I ordered one size small but hoping it would fit. And it's like, well, this isn't like a trial run here. Yeah. You know, like, you're just wasting our family business money. But it's part of the business. But then you look at all the sales that do go through without issue. Yeah. It's pretty nice. So just try to keep that perspective. Next item.
Next, this is at a Hirsch Dose. This is a pair of Michael Jordan infant baby booties. They're adorable. They have Jordan 23s on them.
And then the jump man on the front of these ones.
Super cute. White and gray, sold for almost $13 shipped.
It's not a whole lot. I thought it would go for more, but it's out here.
Next up, we got a lot of 4 vinyls. These are the Eagles.
The band.
The Eagles, the band.
Yeah, not the Philadelphia.
No.
But this one's
sorry, Philly Flipper.
The graphics are there, but these are definitely worn. That's why a lot of them up, and you can see they have some wear to them. But a lot of them up, sold them for
$45 shipped.
Happy to see them get out of here. They would have been worth a little more. The condition was better.
Next up, we've got an NIV Holy Bible. This is the Zondervan from 1984 with the red letters, sold for $17 shipped.
And this one listed again, it sold within a day. So I listed it kind of right where some of the comps were, so it wasn't, but it sold right away. So you never know sometimes.
Then the $800 DVD buy, we've got Ghost Adventures Season 1 and 2, sold for $33.50 shipped.
And I actually replaced the cases on these. Like, the original cases were cracked and destroyed. Linda's sister loves this show.
She does.
Shout
out to my sister.
I think she likes the main guy.
Yeah.
Who's like, oh, I saw an orb.
Yeah. Just.
What if you're into it, but it's a little weird. But anyways, the cases were kind of destroyed, so I just put them in here. I did sell them a little bit cheaper, but they still sold, guys, so happy about that.
Then we've got a Tommy Hilfiger small little purse bag kind of thing. It's just like a side purse.
Yeah, it's just kind of, I mean, the H is nice big, but it's just kind of simple. And it sold for?
Sold for $20 shipped.
$20.
Then we got a Camp 2022.
I leaned over here, so I'm not going to grab it.
We have a Callaway Big Bertha. This is a 12-degree driver, right-handed club, sold for $49 and some change.
I think this was $6 or $7. Very good.
Next up, we got an HP 58 photo color ink, sold for $10 shipped.
Was $1 at a garage sale.
Then we've got Dead by Daylight for Xbox One, sold for $25 shipped. Next up, we got a St. Joseph.
25? Oh man, nice. I didn't realize that was that valuable.
Next up, we got a St. Joseph edition New American Bible with the large type print and the red print. Sold for $15 and some change. Next up, we got a U-Gears mechanical model. This is the wooden model. This is the locomotive with tender. So, and 443 pieces, sold for $38 and some change. We picked that up from Salvation Army online auction.
Yeah, we spent like $45, I think. So we got 3 of them. We sold one for like $50 or $60, and this one for $38, and we got 1 more to go. So it was like a double up deal. They were all brand new, sealed.
We got Muscles, Testing and Function with Posture and Pain, 5th edition from R&R, sold for $25 shipped. Then we got out of the $1,200 tool buy, a 2003 Honda Element manual, sold for $105 shipped. Then we've got El Señor de los Arios, the book set, Lord of the Rings in Spanish.
From the library.
From our local library used bookstore, sold for $45 shipped.
And this one was, I think, $1 a piece or something like that. A really good deal.
Then we've got a national brand vintage Rice-O-Matic rice cooker.
In the box?
That's an electric pressure cooker.
Is it national?
Yeah. National Vintage Rice-O-Mat. You don't have a rice cooker.
Okay, we'll have to check that one.
That's right. Sold for $90 shipped. Then we got an AT&T base for one of the phones. Sold for $12.50 shipped. Next up, did you find the Star Trek pin?
Yeah.
Okay. We have a Star Trek pin from 1992. Comes in its cool case. Sold for $16 and some change.
Very cool.
Then we got a Delta Sigma Pi Greek sewn letters fraternity crew neck men's medium. Sold for $31.50 shipped.
That one's been up for a minute too.
Then we got a lot of 2 HP 23 tricolor cartridges. Expired January 2011, but still sold for $40 shipped.
Aspired Ink obviously gets a certain point where you got to be careful, and this is kind of getting there, but we'll take a chance on them because they are brand new.
It's only 12 years old, so who knows.
Exactly.
Then we've got The Last of Us for PS4 disc only. Picked that up from R&R, sold for $10 shipped. Then we've got a $700 manual buy, a 2000 to 2003 Honda Insight manual, sold for $50 shipped. Then we've got the Marx Brothers DVD, so from a $200 DVD buy, sold for $11 shipped.
Very good.
Then the $100 jazz buy, we've got Black Orchid by the Three Sounds,
Pretty
sold
cool
for
CD.
$24 shipped.
$24, guys. Easy money on this media.
Then $700 manual buy, a 2002 to 4 Acura RSX manual, sealed, sold for $120 shipped.
Boom.
And last but not least, we've got this Harley Davidson small World Black 2003 shirt, sold for $14.
That was probably $2 or $3. The size small Harleys on a not too old of a shirt, not going to be worth a ton. They usually sell for pretty cheap, so I don't usually pick them up unless I'm getting them
not
for
too old. That's 20 years old.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like I'm talking. People know what I'm talking about.
Technically
80s,
vintage.
80s. You know, those vintage 3D emblem ones. Those are the ones that have a ton of value. The early 2000s, 2006, 7, whatever. Those ones don't sell for a ton unless the graphic is great, and usually bigger sizes sell better, or in lots they sell better.
Yeah.
But if they're a buck, I'll probably grab it anyways, just because, you know. That's kind of how I handle those. But what a great day, guys. A lot of stuff here. Pretty easy packing day. We'll check on the pressure cooker. And we'll see you guys.
Maybe find the skillet feet.
We'll see you in the next video with what sells on Monday. So take care. Bye-bye.